All right, today's an exciting day for me because during the winter time when I pruned my grapevines, I took a lot of those cuttings and I put them in the soil to produce more grapevines. Let me show you how they're doing. Now they are about a month and a half, maybe 2 months old now. Let me show you how they're doing. This is some of the stuff we have to plant in our garden here. We have, these are the sweet peas. We got some tomatoes. We got more tomatoes over there. We got peppers. Now, here we have my grape cuttings. Not all of them did very good. You can see obviously this one here, the one next to it. There's one here that's got some leaves. One over there that's got leaves on it. And these are budding here. That one's budding. And these are budding here. A few of them are budding. That means their root systems are not that great yet. But if they got leaves like this, that means they got a pretty decent root system. So let me show you how to take these cuttings and produce a whole new plant with it. Alright, so what I want to do with my cutting is find one that you like. And it should be about pencil size or a little smaller. Do about 1, 2, 3, about 4 nodes or so. What I would do is the top one, that one I already cut here, but the next one, we'll just cut that one straight, right above the node, okay? And then go down 2 or 3, and then the bottom node right here, you want to cut almost into it on a slight angle. Something like that. I don't know if you can see that. Okay? Being on like a 45-ish degree angle and almost into the node. And what that will do is assure that the roots are going to come out there because you're right at the node. And from my understanding, all the cells to produce roots or a blossom, or I'm sorry, a blossom or a bud, are determined in that node there. So what I do is get my cuttings. Now you'll have these in water already for a little bit. Just get yourself some rooting hormone. Stick the cutting in the rooting hormone. Mix it around a little bit. Shake it off. And you want it to look like this, basically. Okay? Then you get your cutting. And you just push it right into your pot, about like that. And then when the season starts warming up, because these are going to be dormant, of course, when the temperature is right in the spring, these will start budding, and they will start growing roots, and you'll be all set. So today I need 2 of them. The reason why I did that because I have 2 of my grapevines are dead, and I need to replace them. So these 2 here, those 2 ones with the leaves on them, those are going to be planted on my grape trellis. The other 3 are doing pretty good, although they got hit pretty hard with the frost that we had. Our temperatures got down to 29 for 2 nights in a row. And although we had blankets covering them and we're all covered up, it still got them. So there are some places where they're rebudding again and putting out new buds. But they got hit pretty hard. But anyways, let's go plant these and get those started, and hopefully by this year I can get those trained up to the first and maybe second wire if we're lucky. So this is my movedre, and it's doing pretty good. We got the 4 arms going here with the 4 cordons on the 4-arm Niffin trellis. It got hit hard, as you can see here, with the frost. Now we got some new buds coming out here, all around here also. These got hit hard, but this one budded again. We got some new buds coming up here. So it will take off again. Here's another bud here, but it hurt the plant out. Oh, I will get probably half of what I was going to get on this, you know, grapevine here, but what are you gonna do? That's just the way the weather goes. See, we got new ones coming out here, back here. So there's not much I can do about it now. The new buds will come out, and we'll have new growth coming out of it. And from the new growth, we should get grapes. But it cut the plant back, you know, a few weeks by these dying like this. Oh well, that's life, I guess, right? So now we got two more that we're gonna plant that I took cuttings from this same plant here. Actually, during the winter, I took cuttings from this, and that's where I planted all those cuttings over there. Now we got two for sure I'm gonna use. The other two or three that I have that are putting out buds, I'm gonna keep those just in case they don't make it. So let's get those planted. So this here is where I had my other grapevine and it died. I pulled it out. So we are going to replant in the same spot. I'm going to amend the soil just a little bit, and we'll get this one planted here. So what I have here is some compost and mushroom compost that I had a big pile of over here. And we're going to use that to give it some nourishment. Okay, what I like to use also, and if those of you that follow my channel, I like using azomite. It's a volcanic ash mineral, and I'm going to just mix that in there a little bit. That'll give the minerals that the plant needs. Any plant, your vegetables or whatever you're planning on growing. Okay. All right, this is your big day, Mr. Movedre. This is your big day, freedom. Now, you don't want to disturb the root system that's in there. Just take it just as it is. Make sure you're directly under the wires. And then we're just going to cover it up a little bit. Now I'm going to throw a little bit more compost in here, and then we're just going to put a little fertilizer in it. Now what I like to do after I plant something is put some fertilizer. Now this is not synthetic fertilizer. You have to be careful. You have to be very careful with synthetic fertilizer. Is not to give it too much, because you'll burn the plant out, the root system and stuff. It's just too much. Organic is usually very low. I think this is like a 355 or something. Just sprinkle a little bit of that around. Just work it in a little bit, and then when you water it, it'll bring it down into the soil. Now that I got the minerals in there, compost, mushroom compost, it's got all its nutrients. Once the root systems start spreading out, they'll start grabbing all those nutrients, and this thing will take off. Yeah. At least that's the plan anyways. You know, things don't always go as planned, unfortunately. So now just give it a little water, make sure the soil is moist, and keep an eye on it. Now if you were to do this and you know, say a week later or something, there's a frost coming, get like a 5-gallon bucket, just put it right on top of it, upside down, and that will protect it. So my Concord grapes, I planted these, oh gosh, a couple weeks ago maybe. They're doing good, but when that 29 degrees for 2 nights hit, we had 5-gallon buckets upside down covering them. And this one got hit a little bit on the top here, as you can see, the leaves. Now my other one here, it didn't get hit so hard. In fact, it didn't get hit at all. And this one's doing really good. I got 3 more down there that are, you know, like the first one, a little bit nipped. You know, that frost kind of nipped them on the leaves a little bit. But they'll survive. They're okay. And that's what I was hoping for. On this trellis here, I'm still waiting on them. I thought they were going to ship them, but their ship date was April 3rd is their ship date. And I emailed them telling them that I know that the rest of the country is still cold, but down here in Texas, it's hot already. We're in the, 80, 85 degrees now. And if you can ship them earlier, I would greatly appreciate it. But she answered. The lady, she was kind enough to answer back. She said she'll try. She put a note in the invoice. But it looks like April 3rd is going to be the ship date. That's okay. It'll be plenty warm. And hopefully I'll give enough time this summer to grow to the, first and second, hopefully the second wire. And that's the whole reason I'm hoping that they would ship early, because to give them a head start. Even though we got a long growing season here, I really want them to get to that second wire this year, if I can do it. All right, I got these 2 planted, watered. They are good to go. It's a good idea every winter when you're pruning your grapes, save a few cuttings and do what I did, growth hormones, and put them in pots. Just in case you got one of your grapevines die on you. You never know. It did to me. So that's just a good thing to do. And if you got nowhere to plant them and everything works out great, give them to a friend, family or whatever. They'll enjoy it. So, yeah. So hopefully this year I get to taste some of my Movedres. I'm getting really excited about this because I really, really want to taste them. You put all that time, work, and effort into it, and finally get to taste some fruit, and it makes it that much better. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.